Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, YouTube. Stand by. Prepare to like and subscribe to the Thomas Hunt Show. We've got the chat. We're popping it out. We're pasting it in. It's all happening here. It's all happening live. All right, let's get it started. Good morning, Bitcoin. Today is Saturday, March 7th, 2020. This is the Thomas Hunt Show. The price of Bitcoin is down 1.94% in the last 24 hours, with a last of 8,984, a high of 9,205, and a low of 8,959. That's $1 for 11,149 Satoshis. Checking out the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Yesterday, the Dow Jones was down around 1%, off 256 points with a last of 25,864. The Dow Jones is now closed because it's Saturday, as if that's a good reason. Check out the Mad Bitcoins fundraiser, where we're trying to raise $1 million in Bitcoin. Our goal is only 111 Bitcoins. That's easy. We have 31 donors so far, thanks to our latest donors marching us into the 2020s here with 300,000 Satoshis and 500,000 Satoshis. Remember, you can send with the Lightning Network or Bitcoin right here through this QR code on Tallycoin. Major Bitcoin exchange, Local Bitcoins, is in trouble. That's right, trading volume has continued to struggle, and now data shows that the troubled Finland-based peer-to-peer Bitcoin exchange has seen the number of Bitcoin traded across its platform fall to a 7-year low for the week ending February 22nd. This is no surprise because Local Bitcoins is hardly local anymore. You can no longer meet people and trade. It's more like just a website. Towards the end of February, Local Bitcoins traded just 3.1. No, that's actually, it's far away. 3,144 Bitcoins, but still its lowest weekly trading amount since May 2013. Dun, dun, dun. Probably due to the regulatory changes that occurred during 2019 having an impact on the platform. The regulatory changes causing Local Bitcoins to lose 75% of their traffic. Bitcoin coronavirus search traffic overtakes Bitcoin halving. Curiously, the search term Bitcoin coronavirus has overtaken Bitcoin halving on Google Trends. Interest in Bitcoin halving also outpaces interest in ETH 2.0, which seems non-existent. Also, I forgot, you're supposed to get a book at the beginning of the show. You guys are getting a bad deal here. Imagine, Tyler said, stalking elk past department store windows and stinking racks of beautiful rotting dresses and tuxedos on hangers. You'll wear leather clothes that will last you the rest of your life, and you'll climb the wrist-thick kudzu vines that wrap the Sears Tower, Jack and the Beanstalk. You'll climb up through the dripping forest canopy, and the air will be so clean you'll see tiny figures pounding corn and laying strips of venison to dry in the empty carpool lane of an abandoned superhighway stretching 8 lanes wide and August hot for 1,000 miles. This was the goal of Project Mayhem, Tyler said. The complete and right-away destruction of civilization. What comes next in Project Mayhem? Nobody except Tyler knows. The second rule is, you don't ask questions. There you go. Just a little bit of Fight Club by Chuck Palahniuk. I might have even said that right. Palahniuk? Palahniuk. Bitcoin price bouncing back or dead cat. 4 key levels to watch for. Blah, blah, blah. Bitcoin breaks above 9,000, but can't break the 9,150 resistance. Seems like it did, though. This must be an old article. Anyway, the range is 8,200 to 8,500 for support. The price jumped to 9,100. A continuation would have it go towards 9,300 or 9,400. Maybe even 9,600. However, if we go bearish, know how they always give you both sides of these, you could find support at 8,200 and perhaps 7,500. Great article here. Transaction of 1 Bitcoin consumes more electricity than a British household in 2 months. Of course, the article's not true. These are some great calculations given out by Alex D. Vries, a blockchain specialist. Woo, special. At PwC. He said it's shocking that 98% of the mining rigs never achieve the calculation that results in a reward. So the rest are just running pointlessly for a few years, using up energy and producing heat, and then will get trashed because they can't be repurposed. It's insane. Now, part of that is true. Part of that's not true, though. 98% of the device is not getting a calculation that actually acts in a reward. Fortunately, they're probably mining as part of a mining pool. And all of these answers must be checked or tested. If they're not checked or tested, how would we know that they're not the answer? So they are serving a purpose, even if they don't achieve a reward. So you really have to understand how Bitcoin mining works, but maybe not if you're a blockchain specialist at PwC. Coinbase CEO says Bitcoin may lose cryptocurrency race to altcoins because his business depends on it. Brian Armstrong, CEO of Digital Currency Exchange, a business that depends on altcoin trading, said that Bitcoin may be surpassed by other digital coins as his wet dreams become reality. In a series of tweets, Armstrong highlights the parallels between early cocksucking and cryptocurrency. He says that challenges in the early internet developers faced are similar to those that hound today's young crypto, note he never says Bitcoin, industry. He's talking about Netscape. Sound familiar to crypto? And it sounds like such a reach. Every time he says crypto, he should say Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the industry. Crypto is something that you believe in. Bitcoin is digital gold, says Finder.com co-founder. Well, I don't know what Finder.com is, and I've never heard of their co-founder. That kind of looks like Brian Armstrong right there, though. No one likes to feel stuck. But in a newly released interviews taped on March 2nd, rejects pessimists who say cryptocurrency is a passing fad, noting that the prices remain stable as late. I don't know what that has to do with anything. Bitcoin's been called dead for 10 years, but it seems to still be going. You know, I think the price is holding up pretty well throughout this time. A 20% increase over the last few months, and more than any other stock on the market. Very cool. Bitcoin is digital gold. Checking out the chat, not a lot of action here on a Saturday. How's it going, chat? Bitcoin Motorist says hello from the Bitcoin Hacienda in Ensenada, Baja California. Hello to Casso and Peter, who wants to know about the current Bitcoin price fight. There's always a price fight in Bitcoin. I don't know what's so current about it. But that's about it for the news today. Today is Saturday, and I've hooked up additional cameras. Check this out. Over here, we have camera 2. Hi, camera 2. Let's go back to camera 1. Camera 1. Camera 2. I don't have it on the little button yet, but camera 1, camera 2. Anyway, the reason I hooked up camera 2 is, as you can see here, it's Saturday. That's Big Book Day. So we've also hooked up camera 3. Hello, camera 3. Check it out. This is my little book about, probably going to have to stand up here, make a lot of noise, all those kind of things. But here we go. Check this out. Got my arms wrapped around the cameras so you can have this interactive view. But anyway, here's my Dublin Trinity Library book. But as you can see, this is just provided for scale because this is Big Book Day. It's Saturday. So this book, nothing, not big at all. This is also Fight Club, the book. Slightly bigger, right? But nothing you would call big enough for Big Book Day, right? Big Book Day is it's a Saturday. It's an event, right? So here it is, the first book on Big Book Day. We'll turn this sideways so you can really see the size of it. This is Stanley Kubrick's Napoleon. Stanley Kubrick wanted to make a movie about Napoleon, and he started doing research. And the way Stanley Kubrick did research is more the way like a historian did research. He had cards and cards and cards of scenes and scenes and scenes. He's got, you can see at the top, they have the screen, like what there would have been in the scene. You can see that just a little bit. And at the bottom where it would have been, this is the scene, annotated screenplay. Here he has the slides. He gathered all these slides of information. This is before computers. These were all in a slide projector or maybe in a card catalog. He had detailed card catalogs made. And then some other person in Hollywood made a crappy Napoleon movie, ruined the market for Napoleon movies, and the Stanley Kubrick Napoleon movie never got made. So all we really have is his research, which, thanks to Taschen, has been established into this amazing book. Here's the screenplay right here. So you can read the screenplay and imagine what the Stanley Kubrick Napoleon movie would have been like. So there you go. That's a big book on big books here. Stanley Kubrick, Napoleon. It's a big book, but it's not the biggest book that we have here on the Thomas Hunt Show. This book here is called Bob Dylan, Behind the Songs. As you can see, it's very thick. It's of an impressive size. And the information is fantastic, probably even unmatched. Here's Lay Lady Lay. After a first attempt on February 13th, Lay Lady Lay was recorded the following day. But drummer Keith Butley had difficulty coming up with a drum part. He told this to Dylan, who just kind of looked back and was trying to think of something, and he said, bongos. What? I said. He said, bongos. So there it is. That's why Lay Lady Lay has bongos on it. This is Big Book Saturday. This is what you get. This is your special Saturday show. Appreciate it, or I'll read more. And, of course, you could call in right now at 1-518-600-1949 or on Skype at World Crypto Network. I think it would make a whole bunch of racket. I'd have to answer the phone call, push all these buttons on my phone. No one wants that. They want more books, damn it. Whoa. Brad, we both know the difference between mediocre songs and songs that change your soul. The soul changers tend to be the songs that tell a powerful story and come from a deeper place within the composer. That being said, I hope this book will add to the enjoyment of many of Dylan's songs for years to come. As if he weren't already amazing enough in our eyes, this book will just enhance the experience every time you hear one of his songs. Merry Christmas. Love, Lyd. So I wonder if that was placed in here, or if this is a secondhand book and I just got Lyd's book. Oh, well. Thank you, Lyd. Under the Red Sky, which is funny because I think I got this new at Amazon. Anyway, this is Bob Dylan, all the songs. It's a huge book. It's a very big book. It's a very thick book, but it's nothing compared to the biggest book of all time, Muhammad Ali, greatest of all time, a tribute. Look at this book. This is truly the biggest book ever made, filled with photos and stories about Ali. Just an incredible compendium of knowledge and information, all condensed into a mere 40 or so pounds. Here's a little bit of Life magazine. Backstage with Ali and Frazier. Battle of the Champs. Incredible costumes, outfits. Truly the 70s, 1971. live from the Jersey Turnpike, the Ali Frazier debate. Great picture of Ali there. Seems to be wearing a towel, pointing at a newspaper. Very interesting stuff. The gigantic Ali book. Truly unheard of. A big book like no other. Maybe the biggest book in the world. And that's why it's called Greatest of All Time. The Muhammad Ali book. So big the cover doesn't even fit. So there it is. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. A very quick Saturday morning episode of the Thomas Hunt Show. Checking out the price of Bitcoin one more time. Let's see what's going on. Woo! The price of Bitcoin is down even further, down 2.11% in the last 24 hours, with a last of 8,969, a high of 9,205, and a low of 8,959. That's $1 for 11,153 Satoshis, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average is frozen because the Dow Jones is closed. Thanks so much for watching. Looks like we just had another donation during this show. Another 300,000 Satoshis. Thanks so much to our donors. Thanks for supporting the show, giving us a thumbs up and a share. Just wanted to check in on Saturday morning and show you some big books. I know these are the biggest books you've ever seen on YouTube. No other channel had books this size. It's amazing. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time,